how to choose a good target to attack or plunder, especially during void wars and kill event. Okay, about 1 day and 12 hours, there will be a void war event that is going to take place. And it is very important to learn how to choose a good target. This way, you gain more points, more rewards at the same time, less troop losses. So, how do I define a good target? A good target must, number one, gives you most amount of points. Number two, less losses. You cannot be attacking 100,000 over units troops city and you lose 10 to 20,000 units. That is not a good target. Number three, it must give you some form of resources. Could be food, oil, and steel. Okay, so how do we analyze a good target? There are three criteria that I always look at. Number one, farm or main. My city, of course, these are all considered main city because they are in the main alliance. Farm, generally, they are used for gathering resources. So, main, why is it dangerous to attack main cities? Here's why. If you are attacking with your team, let's say 10, 20 people, you are going to do a time attack on a single city, of course it is safe because no one would dare to reinforce that. Okay, so if you are doing solo battles, you are going to attack a single city in the main alliance, you might get caught by speed reinforcement. Let's say you are in a when your troops reach your enemy, your target, and suddenly four people decide to speed reinforce that particular city, and you get caught and you cannot withdraw or retreat or recall. So I was caught in the situation before where I am trying to plunder an empty city, and four of them actually reinforced that city, and I lost 100,000 units in just a single battle. So it is important to not solo main unless your troops and your city is really strong. Okay, for some of the players which has long range attack, 800,000, sorry, 800% and above, feel free to go and solo all this target. Even 500 to 600,000, 5 to 600% long range attack, they can solo main. But generally, it would be safer for budget players like me to just solo on farms. Okay, how to define farm or main? Here's how I do it. First, I click on Commander Info. If the battle power is about below 2 million, city level is below 22, and you click on Alliance, you see that there's a farm in the signature, or the total alliance battle power is about 50 million or below. These are generally farms. So you can choose farms to attack and gain points and to plunder resources as well. This is a very, very good criteria. The second criteria I will look at is troop levels. Now, many players are still not aware about this. If you attack troops that is between T1 to T3, those troops doesn't give you any points. Meaning to say you can kill a whole bunch of T1 and T3 and you don't earn any points. You gain points only from T4 onwards. And here's the interesting thing. T5 gives you 50% more points, I would say more than 60% points compared to T4. T6 give you 60 over percent more than T5, and T8 to T7 all the same as well. Meaning to say it's more worth it if you attack higher level troops. My favorite target would be a target that has high level troops with small amount. That kind of city, I love it very much. I hate cities that has a lot of low level troops, but 100, 200,000. Sometimes even 50,000 troops, but T1 to T3, I would give up because there's no point. Unless the resources is really attractive, I would not bother because it doesn't give me any points. So this is a very, very important criteria you want to keep in your head when it comes to attacking for points. and you must pay attention to higher level troop levels. Of course, they'll do higher amount of damages. So you must make sure that your troops are able to kill their troops. Okay, so the third criteria would be the numbers. Say 50,000 troops in the city, 100,000 troops, 200,000 troops. How do you know that you are able to win the battle? How are you able to know whether you can kill all the troops and you will still suffer only 2,000 losses? So this is how I use to test this theory. I will test my troops against other troops during battle frenzy events or with SOS. If I go and if I SOS a target that has 100,000 troops and I have about 3,000 losses, generally this is already 3,000 wounded units. It means that this is already above my comfortable level. I give you an example, like this one right over here. 128,000 seems like a good idea if it's low level like T5 to T6 troops. But when I attack, I have 3,000 over wounded units. And if this is a real battle, I will suffer more than 2,000 losses. So if this is giving me lots of resources, I don't mind, why not? But if this target, I'm just going to kill it for points, I would not try to do this. So maybe my comfortable level for T5 to T6 would be 100,000 units. This will allow me to suffer less than 2,000 troop losses. At the same time, I will be able to win the battle. Okay, so SOS and Battle Frenzy would be your best experiment or trial run to know what is your comfortable level. Generally for me, 50, 60,000, 70,000, this is fine for me, for even for T6 to T8 troops. Okay, so I'm not very sure with your comfortable level. You need to test it out yourself. So next, I'm going to give you a bonus tip. This bonus would be the best one of the best target that you want to choose is those target that has lesser troop types in the city, meaning to say that they don't have all 13 types, like they don't have shredder tanks, zombies, infantry, armor soldier, all the way to the back row. I don't like cities that has a lot of types of troops. I like city that has lesser type. Let's say 1 to 3 types. I'm going to give you an example over here. Nighthawk just shared with me his farm and the scout report of his farm, and he wants me to help me. He wants me to help him to send them to hospital. So if you look at this over here, I suffered only 10 losses, and these 10 units came from a single unit shredder. That's all. This is 50,000 units, but actually it is about, this is actually, let me share with you the scout report. This is actually 11,000 units of tanks, T3. Although T3 is low, but 50 over 1,000 is considered, 56,000 is considered a lot of troop numbers. But why, how did I attack it and still I suffer only 10 units of losses? Because there's only one type. As I mentioned, one type or three types to three types allows you to kill really fast. And because you kill so fast, the defense tower don't have time to injure, to kill your back row units. So let me play the video and you understand this. Okay, the battle ends in 3 seconds, 5 seconds, that's all. So the tank managed to kill only my shredder, and that's why took the tank about 3 seconds to reach my front row and then kill one shredder. That's all. So if your battle lasts for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, it gives plenty of time for the enemy's defense tower to kill your back row, and this is where you incur lots of losses. So you want to choose, if your enemy, your target has one type, three types, or five types of troops, it will kill really fast and you will suffer very little losses. So this is how I choose my target for Void War and kill events. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. Other than that, I hope you enjoy Void War and kill a lot. Thank you for watching.